Okay, yeah, sorry. This is part two, to taking ownership of your business. I'm sorry, I got a call and it kicked me off of my phone. But what I was saying is when you're new in the business and you don't know the answer, you need to just say, you know, I don't know where that is, but let me find the answer really quick. But the longer you are in the business and like, say you've been in for a year and someone says, well, how do you get paid? And you're like, well, I don't care if you're a distributor. I don't care if you're an executive. I don't care if you are a presidential or an ambassador diamond. If somebody says to you, how do you get paid? And you're like, well, I don't really know. I need to ask. And I'll find out for you. And then they're like, but you've been doing this for a year? They're going to you totally just shot your credibility out the window. And I think you guys are amazing. I'm nobody, y'all. I'm not kidding you when I say I was just a stay-at-home mom with a side photography business, and I literally have figured this out along the way. You could do it too. You've just got to want it, and you've got to want to get it, and you've got to wrap your mind around it. You can do this too. Okay, so if you've got a question about pay, about your pay, where's my paycheck? How do I get to my paycheck? All of that stuff. Corporate, we don't write your check. We don't. If I wrote your check, I would love to help you all day long, but I don't. Now, I can show you, but we've even got files that say step by step how to get your pay. But people don't want to read, they just want to call and ask. But here's the thing, we all have to take ownership of our business, because here's the thing, it's fine when you've got 4 or 5 people, but when you've got 4 or 500 and 4 or 5,000, how can you be that for everybody? You can't. You've got to have time to eat, breathe, sleep, take a shower, take care of your family, run your business. And so you need to take it upon yourself to find those things, because when you have distributors, you've got to teach them to do the same. And so that's what this is about, taking ownership of your business. The more you do these things, the more you're going to feel confident about yourself, about your business. Dig in. Do you know what? I love it when people question, like call me or message me and say, hey, I was reading in the compensation plan and I was seeing this, and what does this mean? There is no dumb question, none. So if you read it and you don't get it, that's fine. But I love seeing people take ownership of their business and taking ownership of their own life and taking ownership of, responsibility of this. I need to learn this. I need to read this, and I need to figure it out, because that says that you want it. That says that you are responsible. That says that want the knowledge so that you can go teach other people, because knowledge is power. So here's the other part. Don't be afraid to check out the files or YouTube videos. I do want to warn you guys, if you're looking at YouTube videos, you may come across some old training videos and see people measuring when they wrap, or talking about inches or detox, but you have to know that those are outdated, and maybe what they say has some benefit, but we cannot use terms like detox, lose inches, or we cannot measure people because it insinuates inches. That's just the FTC and the FDA, and we need to abide by those rules, because if we don't, they'll start cracking down on ItWorks. I have seen them over the past year shut down 2 or 3 network marketing companies for not complying with regulations, and so our company works really hard to follow those, because I don't know about you, but I like my paycheck. So do the same. The other thing is, I want to ask you guys, who do you want to be? ItWorks brands the products, but you need to brand yourself. So who do you want to be? When we first join, we just want to make money. We just think, okay, you picture yourself as the neighbor selling ItWorks, like that next door neighbor selling Mary Kay or what, Avon or whatever. But this can be so much more. And Avon and Mary Kay can be so much more if you put the time into it. But our compensation plan is untouchable. You can make so much money with this business. It is unreal. But what do you want to be? So when you picture your customers or your distributors coming to you, how do you picture yourself? And if you haven't done that yet, think about it and try to picture yourself. What do you want to represent? Do you want to represent someone trying to make money? Or do you want to represent a fun, loving, caring person? Do you want to represent business, but personable? I mean, who is it? What is it you want to be? Stop thinking, that you'll never be that. Just whatever that image is, figure out how to get there. Figure out where you're at right now and what's it going to take to get there. How can I get to point B? How can I get to point C? How can I fit that image? How can I act like that person and still be myself? I'm not saying change you. That's not it at all. But what I'm saying is it's a transformation, and it's only a transformation that God can do within your heart and within your mind, and just that push of transformation, okay? Be excited about it. It sounds like, oh my gosh, I'm transforming, but that's not it at all. Guys, this is such an exciting journey, and it is if you'll let it. Here's the thing. You've got to wake up every day and you've got to say, with the God of angel armies on my side, I am going through and I'm going to do this. And it's exciting. It's kind of like a roller coaster. There's going to be ups and downs, but the ride is amazing. And you've got to get up every day and just say, okay, God, what do you have for me today? What do you have for me to do, to grow, to be? Who do you need me to touch today? And go be that person. And through that, you'll find your transformation. Let's see. Gosh, I said I was going to make this quick. Be the distributor you want to be. And this is, I'm just going to read these because I wrote them down. If you're whining about everything, is that what you want on your team? If you're afraid to ask questions, is that the kind of distributor you want on your team? If you're not making an effort, is that the kind of distributor you want on your team? If you're not getting commission qualified yourself, is that what you want on your team? Let me just stop there and throw in about the ADBV auto ship. It's a business decision, and I used to have a salon. I mentioned that in the first part, and my expenses were $5,000 to $6,000 a month. $5,000 to $6,000 a month. And I can run this business, make 6 figures a year, and spend $80 a month. Pretty darn good. I just wanted, and please don't think, because some of you that are new are going to come in and see me as Mike and I's Double Diamonds, and that we've been in for almost 3 years. And this is something that I've transformed into. And, I just want to say, you have to remember, I was just a girl next door wanting a couple, $200, $300 help pay my student loans. That's it. Okay. I didn't think I'd be here more than 6 months. And I did not have a big business mindset coming into this, but I felt it in the pit of my soul that it was about to happen. So I took a chance. So here's the thing. I knew that I had to run my auto ship. It was not a question. And I knew that if I ran it, I needed to make that money back because this is a business. This is not I get to order products. I mean, it can be if that's what you want it to and make my money back. But I wanted to make money. I needed to make that money to pay my student loans. So I knew that if I put money in, I needed to make that back and still make my profit of $200 to $300 a month. So that's why I dug into the compensation plan to find out all the different ways that I could make money. And then I asked questions to Maggie and Nikki. And I want to say, I know we have the 150, and I cannot stress this enough. You can have 150 or ADBV, and it is a choice. The company gives you a choice. It's a choice. But I'm going to tell you that the ADBV auto ship is the solid choice, and it's the law, because you get your PBV to 150, and you don't run your auto ship, and somebody returns something, you all of a sudden don't get a paycheck. And that might be fine to you when you're making $50, $60, but when you start making $1,000, $2,000 a month and you're not running an auto ship, you can't expect your team to. And I'm just going to be very real on that. Oh, and when you're signing new distributors, tell them about it. Tell them about the auto ship and why it's important to run it versus the 150. Do not tell them about an auto ship after you've signed them up. That's shady. Would you want somebody to tell you about it after? Oh, you signed up, by the way, you need to run an order. Or, oh, by the way, you signed up, you got to pay $20 a month for your e-suite. No, you need to tell them that at sign up. Make it clear before they hit the enter button what they're getting into, because that's not right. It's not right to not tell people. And I have had to clean up a lot of messes over the past 3 years because of that. So please, please tell your distributors about the auto ship and getting commission qualified when you sign them up. So just be the distributor you want to be. Don't expect to be commission qualified if you're not commission qualified. Don't expect them to be. Own your business. Be proud of your business. Have confidence, and if you can't have confidence right now, then build it. Make it a goal to go build your confidence. Borrow our faith, borrow our success, and go into it like, I'm going to get rejected, because you are. And I knew that from the beginning. Not everything is for everyone. And when it's not for them, then you just be supportive of that person, because guess what? One day it might be, but if you're like, well, then you're not going to be the person they come back to. That's for sure, because you just gave them attitude. So if it's not for this, oh, that's cool, whatever, oh my gosh, whatever they're doing. Face the rejection, but look for your yeses. You'll be fine. Y'all, I can just tell you that I wouldn't be here if this was a lie. I would not be here if this is not truly possible. I cannot tell you enough just how ordinary I am and just how blessed I've been in this business. And you guys can totally do this. You can totally do this. I don't know what your fear is. I don't know what's stopping you. Don't ride on someone else's shirt tail or coat tail or whatever that saying is. Y'all know me. I'm like off the wall. But grab a hold of it. Grab a hold of it and go have fun and have an adventure with God, because He is going to transform you into the person. But if you're too scared and you let fear get in your way, how will you ever know what He had in store for you? And how can you expect blessings and growth to come in your business if you're not going to trust Him enough to go be that person that you see yourself as? Because if you see yourself as that, God put that in you as a vision for yourself. So you guys, go do this. You can do this. Take ownership. I'm proud of you guys. See you later.